Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. Dear students, I am Dr. Asrar Ahmed and it's my lecture number 5 and it's my lecture number 6. This lecture deals with the Nernst equation and this topic belongs to the chapter Advanced Physical Chemistry. This is the course name and the code is 3117. Dear students, what is Nernst equation? As in my previous lecture, I have discussed that Nernst was a scientist who in 1989 it gave us the quantitative relationship between electromotive force of the cell and concentration of the reactants and products of the cell at a given temperature. So dear students, Nernst equation describes the quantitative relationship between EMF of the cell and concentration of the reactants and products of the cell at a given temperature. Dear students, Nernst equation can be written as following: that EMF of the cell is equal to standard EMF of the cell minus RT over NF into log natural Q. I am repeating this equation, Nernst equation, that EMF of the cell is equal to standard EMF of the cell minus RT over NF into log natural Q. Dear students, what terminology has been used here? You can see that in this equation, this E naught, this is the standard potential. E naught means standard potential. And this equation has been written by just simplifying the above equation, that when you just replace this natural log with simple log, then this is the 2.303 log. So this N mean number of electrons, F mean this is Faraday's constant, and Q this is the reaction quotient. So E is equal to E naught, this is the other form of this equation. E is equal to E naught minus 2.303 RT over NF into log Q. So in this equation, this E is the electrode potential of the cell or EMF of the cell, while E naught is the standard potential, N is the number of electrons, F is the Faraday's constant, and Q is the reaction quotient. Dear students, if we know the self-reaction and standard electromotive force at E naught as E naught, then electrode potential of the cell can be calculated just by knowing the activity of the substance at the given temperature, and this equation is called simply Nernst equation. Dear students, here we will write the Nernst equation at low concentration. Dear students, this is the equation number 2. This one that I have written here, this is equation 1, this is equation number 2. And if we write the equation that when the concentrations are not very high, then we can replace the activity of this equation number 2 with this concentration in moles per decimeter cube. So he will write this square bracket, and this square bracket that shows that we have taken the reactants and products in their moles per decimeter cube. So E is equal to E naught minus RT over NF log natural C raised to power C. This capital C is the product, capital D is the product, small c is the number of mole of product C, and small d is the number of mole of product D. Similarly, A and B are the reactant, while small a and small b are their number of moles. So this equation can be written that E is equal to E naught minus RT NF into log natural concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. Dear students, suppose this cell is working at 25 degrees centigrade. Then the value of universal gas constant R is 8.3143 joule per Kelvin per mole. The Faraday constant is 96500 coulomb. Temperature is 25 degrees centigrade, and in Kelvin it is 298 Kelvin, while N it depends upon the nature of the reaction. So if we put all these values in this equation number 3, then this equation number 3 can be written as that E is equal to E naught minus 8.3143 into 298 divided by N into 96500 log natural concentration of product divided by reactant. So when we will multiply 8.3 into with 298 and divided with 96500, the answer will be 0.0591. So this next equation can be simplified as E is equal to E naught minus 0.0591 over N into log natural C D over AP. Dear students, now we will apply this next equation to the Daniell cell. You know the Daniell cell consists of zinc and copper. You can see here, for a Daniell cell, the overall reaction can be written as that when zinc reacts with copper ion, then zinc ion and copper is produced. And for this, the value of N will be equal to 2, because 2 electrons are being lost by zinc and gained by copper. So this equation can be written as that E is equal to E naught minus RT over 2F log natural activity of zinc ion into activity of copper divided by activity of zinc into activity of copper. Dear students, since for a reaction where solid substances are present, then activity of the solid substances are taken as unity. So the activity of zinc divided will be equal to activity of copper, so it will be equal to 1. So this equation number 4 can be written in the form of equation number 5. So E is equal to E naught minus RT over 2F into log natural activity of zinc ion divided by activity of copper ion. Dear students, this activity term can be replaced with the concentration. So if we substitute the activity by the concentration in case of dilute solution, so this equation number 5 can be written as following in the form of equation number 6, that E is equal to E naught minus RT over 2F into log natural into molar concentration of zinc ion divided by concentration of copper ion. So dear students, again if we put the value of R, T and F and divide it with 2, so at 25 degrees centigrade the value of R, T and F when we will write, then the Nernst equation for the Daniell cell can be written as following, that the value that is given here R will be the equal to 8.3143, F is equal to 96500, T will be equal to 298, and in this case the value of N will be equal to 2. So by putting all of these values, you can find out the electrode potential of the cell for the zinc and copper or for the Daniell cell. So dear students, Nernst equation also shows the relation with effect of concentration of surrounding electrolyte on the electrode potential. So you can say that with the help of Nernst equation, we can also measure the pH. So what will happen to an electrode when it will be dipped in the solution of its own ions? Then what will happen that the concentration of the surrounding solution of the electrolyte, that will also change. So according to Nernst equation, we are able to calculate the electrode potential that depends upon the concentration of the ion in the solution, but we must know what is the value of temperature and standard electrode potential of the electrode. So dear students, here we can relate Nernst equation for the measurement of the pH. So this is the simple hydrogen electrode in which we will apply the Nernst equation to find out the concentration of hydrogen ion. So dear students, simply if we consider that we have hydrogen electrode that consists of hydrogen gas in equilibrium with hydrogen ion. So the reaction of this electrode can be written as that hydrogen ion, it will gain one electron and it will produce half mole of hydrogen. For this reaction, the value of N is equal to 1 because only one electron has been transferred. So for this type reaction, the Nernst equation can be written as that EH plus 1 over H2 is equal to E naught H plus 1 divided by H2. This is the electrode potential of hydrogen electrode and this is the standard electrode potential for hydrogen, minus RT over F into log natural activity of hydrogen divided by activity of hydrogen. For these students, when the pressure of hydrogen is 1 atmosphere, then the activity of hydrogen will be equal to 1. So activity of hydrogen is equal to 1. So this equation number 1 can be written as that electrode potential of the hydrogen is equal to standard electrode potential of hydrogen electrode minus RT over F log natural, and it is 1 over activity of hydrogen because activity of hydrogen is equal to 1. So if we rearrange this equation number 2, then we can write this equation number 2 in the form of equation number 3, that electrode potential of the hydrogen is equal to standard hydrogen electrode minus will be replaced with plus because we have rearranged. Here it is minus, but now it will be plus by after rearrangement RT over F and log natural into activity of hydrogen ion. Dear students, if we substitute the activity of hydrogen ion by molar concentration, then we can write this equation number 3 in the form of equation number 4, that electrode potential for the hydrogen is equal to standard hydrogen electrode plus RT over F into log natural, and this is the active mass or molar concentration of the hydrogen. So the standard electrode potential of hydrogen, it is equal to 0. So this term will become 0. So electrode potential for the hydrogen will be equal to RT over F log natural into molar concentration of hydrogen. Dear students, if we take that temperature is equal to 25 degrees centigrade, mean 298 Kelvin, and Faraday constant is equal to 96500 Coulomb, then negative log will be converted into common log. So this equation will be written as that electrode potential for the hydrogen is equal to 0.0591 into log hydrogen ion. Dear students, this equation number 5 is very useful because log of the hydrogen ion concentration is the pH of the solution. So we can determine the pH of solution when hydrogen electrode is set up. So by just writing here pH, we can find out the electrode potential. Dear students, according to the Nernst equation, it is the quantitative relationship between electromotive force of the cell and concentrations of the reactants and products of the cell at a given temperature. So you can say that basically Nernst equation describes in mathematical way that electromotive force of the cell or electrode potential of the cell, how it is quantitatively related with the concentration of the reactants or products for a given temperature. Dear students, now we will study that what are the applications of the Nernst equation. In my previous slides, I have discussed that Nernst equation can be used to determine the pH of the electrolyte. For that, I have explained in my previous slide that for a cell containing hydrogen electrode, this electrode potential is related with 0.0591 log of the hydrogen ion concentration and log of the hydrogen concentration ion. It is basically, according to chemistry point of view, this is called pH because pH is the negative log of the hydrogen ion concentration or logarithm of the reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration. So this equation 5 describes that electrode potential and pH of the cell are mathematically related with each other. Similarly, if we see the other applications of the Nernst equation, then we can say that Nernst equation can be used to calculate number 1, single electrode reduction or oxidation potential at any condition. Single electrode reduction or oxidation potential at any condition can be found out by using the Nernst equation. So in simple way, you can say that with the help of Nernst equation, we can find out single electrode reduction or single electrode oxidation potential of any electrode at any condition. In common sense, you can also say that with the help of Nernst equation, we can find out standard electrode potentials. And third application is that if we compare the relative ability as a reductive or oxidative agent, then you can say that with the help of Nernst equation, we can find out or we can calculate the comparing the relative ability as reductive or oxidative agent. Dear students, third application is the feasibility of the combination of such electrodes. to produce electric potential. Dear students, this application means that by applying the Nast equation, we can find that if is there any feasibility of combination of using a single electrode to produce electric potential, or you can say that with the help of Nast equation we can find out the electromotive force of an electrochemical cell by applying two different electrodes. Similarly, in my previous slide I have discussed earlier that the pH of a solution and solubility of sparingly soluble salts can be measured by using Nast equation. Dear students, salt when dissolved in the solvent, especially in aqueous solvent, then it may be completely soluble or it may be practically immiscible. But there are many salts which are sparingly soluble, and by using the Nast equation we can find out the solubility of sparingly soluble salt, just like because the Nast equation describes us the relationship between electrode potential or EMF of the cell and concentration of the reactants and products. If we have the concentration of reactant and product as in the form of sparingly soluble salt, then by using or by calculating their concentration we can find out their solubility. Will be written as that electrode potential for the hydrogen is equal to 0.0591 into log hydrogen ion. Dear students, this equation number 5 is very useful because log of the hydrogen ion concentration is the pH of the solution. So we can determine the pH of solution when hydrogen electrode is set up. So by just writing here pH, we can find out the electrode potential. From this equation number 5 you can say that electrode potential of the cell. Now we will discuss the limitations of Nast equation. Dear students, first point to remember is that Nast equation cannot be used for solutions having very high ion concentration. So Nast equation cannot be used for very concentrated solutions. Nast equation can only be applied if there is the ionic concentration is very low. So in common sense you can say that Nast equation is limited to dilute solutions and it cannot be applied to a solution having very high concentration of ions. And second point is, our second limitation of Nast equation is that this Nast equation cannot be used to measure cell potential when there is a current flowing through the electrode. When the current will be flowing through the electrode, then we cannot apply Nast equation to measure the cell potential. So this is the very important limitation of Nast equation. So dear students, limitation of Nast equation is that it cannot be used for solution having very high ion concentration, and second limitation is that it cannot be used to measure the cell potential when there is a current flowing through the electrode.